Good afternoon. Hi, everybody. Hello. My name is Scarlett. I am the CEO and founder of Wonder Curl. Welcome to my live on a Saturday. And I figured I wanted to show you guys how I'm going to do a three strand twist out, and I'm going to use the moisturizing hair pudding and the curl control styling lotion on my hair this time. I also have my detangling brush, water in my continuous mist spray bottle, clips, and you guys, these are like the worst clips in the world. Like, these will always break. So from now on, after these all break, it's going to be these cheap claws, which actually have lasted me way longer. And then, so here's the thing. Like, I watched a creator do a twist out using hair weights. And I thought, you know what? Why not do it? But this time I purchased hair bobos. I haven't used these since I was a child. And we always had hair. And I don't know, where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? Because I always grew up calling these hair bobos. What do you guys call them where you're from? That's what I want to know. Drop it in the comments below. Let me know what it is. What do you guys call it where you come from? Let me know. Bubbles. Yep. I've heard bubbles too. Yes. Yep. So my goal with these is to hopefully, one, of course, keep the ends of my hair from unraveling, but maybe this will have a little bit of weight on them. And so that's the goal with these. And these were only $1.50 each. I went on to Target.com to see, well, actually, I just went online to see bubble barrettes, bubble beads. Okay, beads. These are all different ones I have not heard. We always called them bobos or bubbles. But it's so funny how I think just about every young Black girl can relate to having these. And then, of course, you whip them around and it would like hit you in the head. But I still would whip my hair around with them. So, yeah, I watched someone do her twist outs using hair weights. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe I should look up hair weights. But those were like $15 for 10. And I was like, that's kind of expensive. These, I don't know if these are going to actually like weigh my hair down, but I don't know. They're cute. We don't really find them in Australia. Oh, that's, honestly, you could probably make them. You could probably make these because it's just two round balls, two plastic balls with elastic in between them. So that's all that is. I think that would be a fun thing to do. All right. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with doing 3-strand twists. 3-strand twists are like 2-strand twists, except you're using 3 strands. And I like 3-strand twists better just because I like the wave pattern that I get afterwards. So that's what we're going to do today. I already washed my hair using the clarifying charcoal shampoo bar, and I use the Hydrate and Renew to condition my hair. Now, when I do, hi Curly Tan Tan, hey guys. So when I like to do my twists in my hair, whether it's 2 strands or 3 strands, I do them on damp hair, slightly damp hair. And it's damp only enough so that my hair can absorb the products and they just don't sit on top of my head. And the other reason why I would never do them on soaking wet hair is because it ain't gonna dry. Your hair just will not dry fast enough. So that's why I use less water and a little bit more product when I do my twist out. So let's get into it. So this is freshly washed. Oh, and you like my new t-shirt? So these are actually Pop Them Curls. It's available on the website. So if you think they're cute, they're true to size, by the way. So they are, this is a small, and I am definitely a small. So if you are a small, medium, or large, you don't have to go a size larger or smaller. These are definitely true to size. But yeah, this is Pop Them Curls. So you can grab these on the website. Okay, so let's get started. First thing I do is I always section my hair. So I'm just going to put it into, today I'm going to do 3 sections. Because if I try to do this do something with my hair all at once, all this hair out, it's just going to get in the way. And I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It doesn't have to be perfect because we're not going to leave the twists in forever. Hold on. So if there are anybody watching, so we are actually live on Instagram, TikTok, and I'm also streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm recording this. So I am everywhere. I am maximizing on my time. So, all right, now we have 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to start working from the back and making my way up. I have 20 of these guys. Aren't they, like, these are so cute. These are so cute. I can't wait. I can't wait to use them. All right, so let's hurry up because it actually takes me several minutes, like 5 minutes. All right, let's, you know what, let's do this. Like, these are the flimsiest. Like, I hate these clips. I had like 12 of these, and each time I use it, one just crumbles on me. All right, so okay. All right, so we're going to start from the back, and I'm doing these like fairly chunky because I'm going to do 3, and then 2, if that makes sense. Let me show you. Like, so it's going to be 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then probably 2 when I get to the top. So that's how I'm going to do that. So we're going to take this last clip. I hate, I don't know why I use these things. I like hate them. Never again, never again. So welcome everybody who is tuning in. Okay. So my hair is starting to dry out. That's why we have our spray bottles. Let me know if you guys have any questions. For those of you who are just joining, I am doing a 3-strand twist out, and I have my hair bobos, bubbles, beads, bubble beads. So wherever you're from, whatever you call these fun little guys. I got them in clear, but they came in like different colors. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to put these in 3 sections, right? And I'm going to work section by section. Like, I've seen how some people will apply their products in like throughout their whole head and then go back and do twists. So there's different ways you can do it depending on your method. But for me, I like to go section by section. And I'm using, so this is what the moisturizing hair pudding looks like. This is super hydrating, super hydrating on the hair. This is the curl enhancing styler. This is what's going to basically set the curl. Do you have any idea why? Why? What's the question? Why you can't find them in Australia? The hair bubbles? I have no idea. I There are just no distributors, maybe? Do you have any what is it? Because I got this at my local Korean owned beauty supply store. All right, so I am first going to detangle, make sure we have no tangles. I always wanted to detangle. All right, my hair is, see, lightly misting it, you guys. You don't want to overdo it. And then I'm just going to take a small amount. My comment before, like this. All right, so now we are. Oh, hi, Antoinette. Welcome. Oh, I'm so glad you joined me. So first I'm applying the moisturizing hair pudding. So I like to apply my leave-ins first. What that does is locks in the moisture. So when you apply your leave-in first, and here's the thing, I recommend that you should always test and see what works, what doesn't. I don't know why I am so yellow on Facebook, like this screen. I don't know. But okay. So I've tested out using my leave-in first and then my styler, and then styler first and then leave-in to see which results I liked best. And I found that doing it this way gave me the best results. So this is the curl enhancing styler that I'm applying over it. And that's the other thing is I know some people, when they do their twists or twist outs or braid outs, they also like to use a foam. I'm not that familiar with foams, but I know for my hair, I need some sort of leave-in, or else the hair won't set properly. It'll look good like on day one, but it won't last. All right, so I'm going to try something different. Normally when I do this, I just go straight into the 3-strand twist, but someone suggested at one point to start with a braid and then go in with a 3 twist. So let's see how that works. Let's see if I can do that. So we're going to start with the braid just so that I can get close to the roots. Right? And now I feel like let's test it. Let's see if my hand, now my hands want to continue to do, okay, now we're doing a 3-strand twist out. So hopefully you guys can see how I'm doing this. If you guys can see. So it's kind of like, if you notice, so there's 1, 2, 3, and I'm sort of just going around. It takes a little bit of practice. But once you get it, you got it. And then it just becomes muscle memory. And then I'm going to just use my brush to make sure sometimes the ends get a little tangled. And we're just going to go all the way down. And I timed it once. It takes me like 3-4 minutes to do the 3-strand twists all the way to the end. And I hope I should have enough hair bubbles. And there you have it. You have the first twist. So I don't know. I feel like I don't feel the braid that I started out with anymore. But we'll see what happens. And so this is interesting. So what I remember when I was younger, having these it was centered, like the part that separated the two, but these, it's at the top. So I guess that means I need to put here and work it around. This is, I don't know, this feels weird to me, but we'll make it work. Look at that. I like it. Like it's giving my hair just enough weight, not too much. This feels like it's like not that much, and I like it. I think this is fun, and this is gonna be so fun having these. All right, let's keep going. So as I do these, if anyone has any questions for me, hair questions, if you guys have any questions about hair care, now is the time to ask them. I don't know why I am so yellow. I'm gonna have to figure out, it's my camera on my Chromebook. All right, so now we're going to go into the next section. Same thing. So we're just going to do the same thing over and over. And if no one's going to ask any questions, then I guess I'll just talk. Are you stretching your hair? Well, that is the goal with using these hair bubbles, is to add a little bit of weight to the end so that my hair doesn't draw up as much. This is kind of like, I was inspired watching someone use hair weights, and I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to buy hair bubbles for a while, so let's see how they work. And that's the goal with the bubbles, so that my hair doesn't draw up. And so again, I am applying the moisturizing hair pudding. And then, so here's the thing I want you guys to think about when you're applying your products, right? You want to make sure your hair is completely saturated with it. So using your fingers, you don't want to use a lot. You don't want to use too much product. So you want to find the right balance for your hair. So what I like to do is I will just apply small amounts until my hair feels conditioned to the touch. And then I know I've applied enough of one product and it's time to move on to the next. So you're going just by how it looks and then using your fingers to work it through. Now, if I was doing just a regular wash and go, I would just leave it like this. And then if I need to add a little bit of more product, a little bit more water, that's what I would do. But since this is a 3-strand twist, I'm going to just leave it there and then just continue to work on the products. Now, I don't know if starting with a braid and then works for me. So I think I'm just gonna go straight into the 3-strand twist. So just so you guys can see what I'm doing, I'm gonna turn around. This is interesting. So obviously, if anyone has questions, I won't be able to hear you. I'm just trying to get this all even. I don't want one section bigger than the other, so I'm trying to sort of get them all about the same. Okay. And now I'm just going to go straight into the 3-strand twist. So you see I'm not rushing, I'm taking my time. This actually feels a little weird to me. Now I'm starting to feel like, okay. Because I'm doing it this way because I want it to go straight down versus to one side since it's in the middle. And now I feel like I'm ready to turn over. And I have to think which way feels more comfortable this way. And see, now I feel weird, but I think I got it. Yeah. So the cool thing with the three strand twists is that the pattern that you get, it's like a fun wave. It's almost like you used a curl wand on your hair. So there you have it. Does anybody have any questions for me? And also, you can head to wondercurl.com if you are interested in any of these products. Again, I'm using the moisturizing hair pudding and curl enhancing styler, also formerly known as the curl control styling lotion. So I feel like this is drying up a little bit, but not as much as it would have had I not had these at the ends. Oh my god, I feel like I'm 12 again. Like this is kind of fun. I'm like, should I go out in public with my hair like this? What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Should I go once I'm done? Should I leave it in? Should I leave these in for a little bit? Or should I take them out right away? You tell me, like, how would you feel if you saw someone, a grown ass person like me, walking around with her hair like this? Like, I love it. I don't know. And I guess, like, if you were someone who didn't want it to get as close to the root, you can always use these at the top, like so, right? And then do your twist, which probably would be a little bit easier as well. So that's also an option if you want to try to get your roots down. I mean, for $1.50 each of these, it's like you can buy enough to use 3-4 times over. So next, again, I started with the pudding and applying the styler over it. And I can tell like my ends, you can see the ends need a little bit more product. So I'm going to add a little bit of pudding to the ends. I always like to add a little extra product just to the ends because my ends um, dry out. The ends of our hair are the oldest, most damaged parts, and thus it's going to need a little bit more care. Now we're going to do another 3-strand twist. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave these in overnight. I have not eaten yet. It is 2:30 here in New Jersey, and I'm like, I should have eaten before I started this process. So I'll probably grab something to eat. Well, not grab because I don't have anything pre-made, so I'm going to have to make something to eat. Story of my life. I live in what they call an ingredient house, right? So there's ingredient house, and that's where you have to like cook food. I don't have snacks because I do not trust myself around snacks. When I have snacks, I do eat them all in one sitting. It's like the snacks are calling my name, and I feel like I can't rest until I finish them all. Like, is there anyone else like that? Like anybody else who knows? Like I will, if I buy the snacks, I will eat them all within a day or two. Because because I swear, like in my mind, they're calling my name, so I have to eat them. All right. I'm hoping that these aren't so close to the ends that they fall out, but I think I should be okay. So there we have it. I got the first 3 down, and I do feel a little bit of the weight, because had I not have these at the end, my hair would probably be shrunken up to here. And listen, all right, I'll do that at the end. Oh my god, I feel so silly. I feel like a child again. You know, like I love these things are like nostalgia. I'm thinking of like my childhood again. Okay, I have been doing this. It is for, oh my gosh, I only got 3 done in 26 minutes. So I need to hurry up. I don't know if you guys are going to stay with me throughout the whole process or if I'm going to just finish off camera, because I can do a little bit faster by myself. It's harder like trying to talk. What do you guys think? If y'all ain't going to communicate with me, are you guys just watching? All right, so I'm going to do 3 more here. 1, 2, 3. We'll start from this side. I'm going to take this out of the way. So welcome to everyone who's joining me. I am Scarlett, the founder of Wonder Curl. So I am doing a 3-strand twist demonstration. So we're just going to first, as usual, remove any tangles. Be gentle with your hair. Always be gentle, because even though our hair collectively it's strong, it's one of the strongest fibers, I guess, but individually they're very fragile. So let's always be careful with our hair. So again, we're going to lock in that moisture. I like to go from root to tip with my hair. And I'm also now getting into the low porosity territory of my hair. So this is the parts of my hair that doesn't like to absorb water product easily. It tends to stay frizzy. So I have to like massage my hair. And normally if I'm doing a wash and go, my hair would be wet. I would apply my products to soaking wet hair. But since I'm doing twists, I don't want my hair to be soaking wet because it will take even longer to dry. All right, so we are just working the products. Make sure we're getting it all the way to the ends. Going to go back in with my detangler brush. So doing braids did not work for me. I didn't like it, so I'm just going to go directly in with the 3-strand twist. I'm going to do it tight, but not too tight, right? Like you never want to have it too tight on your hair because we don't want to tug or pull. And what I like about doing 2 or 3-strand twists is it's a good low maintenance hairstyle. Like usually when I do this, I would leave these in my hair for a week and then take it out for another week. And this just gives me a little break so I don't have to do my hair every week like I normally do, like with a wash and go. I feel like if I stay on live, I'm going to be live for like a good hour and a half because I'm already 30 minutes into my live and I haven't even done half my hair yet. But it takes me like 3-4 minutes just to do one twist. Like this takes me 3 minutes. Uh-oh, it looks like I ran out of power on my camera? Huh. Interesting. It was a brand new battery I put in there. Hold on, let me check. Oops. Don't tell me. I hope I was recording. That would suck. Oh my god, I would suck so bad if I wasn't recording on my camera. No, I was, because I remember seeing the time. I don't know why it turned off, but okay, so now we're gonna do these sections. Okay, I like, did I put, I swear, it's like sometimes, like it becomes like like you do something automatically that sometimes you're like, did I do that? And I'm like, did I put the, yes, I did. Like I didn't even realize I put these in. It was just like so not a thought. All right, so the question is when you take the twist out to wash your hair after that week. So I guess you're asking when will I take them out or will I take them out? So yeah, like with twists and twist outs, like I usually leave my hair in the twist for a week and I treat that as one hairstyle. Like sometimes I'll even put my twists into like a ponytail or braids. And then, so that's one look for 1 week. And then I'll take them out and leave it like that for another week. And then I will wash my hair. And that stretches out my hair. That stretches out my wash day to 2 weeks. And I normally wash my hair once a week. So I hope that answered your question. But if I take these out, I don't think it's supposed to rain this week. I'm hoping it's not. I hope we're done with the rain. It was supposed to rain today. Okay, good. That answered your question. Now, again, you can see, even though I misted my hair, like look, this is the low porosity part of my hair because even though this part of my hair is damp, it's not, it repels water. It takes more effort for my hair to absorb water and have that limp, wet look. I have to apply gel to my hair in order for my hair to clump. Like some people can get away with using just the pudding, just the leave-in. And my hair needs more. It needs a gel. It needs something to help it, the curls to clump. And that's what that is. So again, remember you guys, like always, I'm using, you can see I'm not putting a lot on my hair at once. We do not, so listen, all right, no more being heavy-handed with our products. Like let's stop just like taking a huge amount, just slapping it on our heads. Let's not do that anymore. Let us listen to our hair, use small amounts, and build on it until, see now how my hair looks and feels. It has a little bit more definition to it. So let's do that. Let's feel our hair. And now I'm going to apply the curl enhancing styler. Now, some people will apply their products from tip to root. I do root to tip, and that's just because it feels natural that way to me. Um, so whichever way you do it, I guess it's like whatever way feels natural to you, as long as you get your hair saturated with your products. So now, like, you can really see. Look at that definition. Yes, that's a curl. This is a curl. This is a curl. So this is the middle. I'm going to now. So again, you guys head over to, so first, if you are enjoying this video, these lives, and you're finding them useful, be sure to like and follow. If you're on TikToks and GIFs, we like GIFs. But most of all, I want to demonstrate how you use the products, different ways you can use my products. And then finally, if you want to purchase, you can also order them. You can purchase these on the website wondercurl.com, or you can go to the link in the bio. If you're watching this from YouTube or Facebook, there is a QR code that you can go to, or you can just simply go to wondercurl.com because, buy the products. My call to action is buy the products. They work. They're great products. I've been, they say, like, I've heard people say how their hair gets used to a product. I'm like, my hair, I've been using my own products for as long as I've been making them, and my hair has not gotten used to them. My hair still loves them. I don't, if your hair gets used to a product, it's probably because you have product buildup, most likely. Hair is like dead. It's not like you could say, well, my nails got used to a certain nail oil, right? Like, so yeah, now again, we are using our little Bobos. And there you have it. Almost done. Almost done. Whew. All right, where is, did I do all three? I feel like I'm missing one. Yes. I was like, why do I feel like I'm missing a guy? There we go. Like, how tragic is it? Like, when you've done all your braids or twists and then you realize you left like a good chunk of hair out. That's the worst. Again, we're just lightly misting our hair. We don't want to get it soaking wet because this is probably going to take me 2 hours to dry. And then next is we're just going to remove any tangles. I always use a detangling brush. So, fun fact, like when I first went natural, I always would detangle my hair with a wide tooth comb. Like, I did not think that my hair, I was like, my hair is thick, it's very curly, it's coily, and I just did not think that I could use a detangler brush. And at the time, these didn't exist. So, what people were using were Denman brushes. And there was this one early blogger. God, I can't remember her name. And she was one of the first people to chronicle her hair journey. And she talked about like the different brushes she was using. And she brushed her hair using a Denman brush. And I was like, well, if she can use a Denman brush, so can I. And then I started using a Denman brush. And I was like, okay, like this is so much better than using a wide tooth comb. Okay, we have a question. So when applying products, if you see definition in your hair, that means you have enough product in your hair, if I'm understanding that correctly. So that's a yes or no, and no, because sometimes like with low porosity hair, you can have enough product in your hair. It just means that your hair hasn't absorbed it. So you might need more water, right? So basically, what you want to use is not looking for definition, but feeling how your like, how does your hair feel? Does it feel soft to the touch? Does it feel coated? Like, if you consider your conditioners, your leave-in conditioners, products that have oils and butters in them, their purpose is to coat the hair and to help smooth the cuticle down. That's the purpose, because you remember you're using an oil and a butter. That's what starts to lock that moisture in, because it's smoothing your cuticle temporarily. And usually when your cuticle feels is laid down, it's smooth. And the cuticle, for those of you who don't know, is the outermost layer of your hair. Then your hair starts to feel softer. It's conditioned, you can tell. So that's what you want to feel for, because your hair can feel soft and conditioned and still not have definition. And that could just be because your hair is more low porosity. Because, like, there are times when I'm like, okay, I have enough product in my hair, but I'm like, it's still a little poofy in some sections. I just add more water. So you always want to look for the right balance of water to product ratio for your hair. And my rule of thumb is, if your hair is low porosity, and this is when you're doing wash and goes, low porosity hair, you want your hair to be soaking wet. Medium porosity or high porosity hair, because that hair type absorbs water faster. So then you just need your hair to be like damp to wet. Because here's the thing, if you use too much product, then your hair can be stiff and you get flakes. If you use too much water and not enough product, guess what? You just diluted your product. So, and that's going to be different for everyone, and it can change depending on what's going on in your life at the moment. So, for example, my hair is naturally low porosity. I do not have any color in my hair. But when I colored my hair, because I always lightened my hair, that made my hair medium porosity. And then when I went blonde, my hair became high porosity. And it was like dry, it would dry out a lot faster. It soaked up water quickly, but it lost water quickly. It lost moisture quickly. So I had to start applying heavier products to my hair and using less water. So just think of that, like, when you're imagining how your hair absorbs water, does it quickly soak it up? Does it stay poofy? Do your products sit on top of your hair? These are things that you want to pay attention to, and then you'll understand if the porosity of your hair. And again, like, it is natural to have different porosities on one head. So just think of that. And that's why, again, when you're applying your products in sections, it's you can adjust for all the different porosities, textures, types, because again, some people might, their hair might be finer in front, it might be thicker in the middle. So our hair is weird, curly hair is weird. So I'm going to do two here. So I'm just going to clip one side. Again, just slightly misting it. Any other questions? I can't sing. If I could sing, I would like be so famous right now. But I cannot sing to save my life, unfortunately. Like, man, if I could sing, I would be famous. I would have like 14.5 million followers. I don't know why there's that 0.5, because it almost feels like everyone always has like point something followers, right? It's not like 100, not 100 million. It's like 100 million 0.5 followers, right? So again, we are using our leave-in. So I can feel like, okay, the top part, I could definitely feel it, but I still need more down here at the ends. So small amounts, build on it. Building, building, building. And don't forget to head to wondercurl.com. So the other thing I want to, like, you might notice that I'm brushing my hair in between sometimes. This also, using your brush helps to distribute your products evenly. And that's why I've been doing that as well. Now I can tell I got it all the way to the ends. Now we're going to apply some of the enhancer, the curl enhancing styler. Do you think you will cut your hair back short again? Maybe. Anything is possible. Um, right now, I am enjoying my hair long, and I'm kind of thinking like I might want to grow it tailbone length again. But again, like when I cut my hair short several years ago, I just got tired of looking at the same person. I was like, I need a change, and that's why I cut it. This question is not about hair. Will you ever do a video again about how you get your plants to grow? Did I do a video about my plants? I mean, I could if you guys are interested in that. I mean, there's really nothing fancy. Like where my apartment is really dark, so I have grow lights everywhere, and I have the grow lights on a timer, and I usually have them on for like 12 hours a day. Right now, since it's summer, half of my plants are outside in the backyard in a spot that gets morning light, and then it's in the shade. Unfortunately, like I had my fiddly ficus out there, and some of the leaves got burnt. I didn't realize that it was getting more sun than it needed, so I had to move it closer to the garage. But I also have on Instagram a Instagram channel profile just for my plants. And I have to remember the name of it. It's like Le Jardin Roku or Le Joli Jardin. I can't remember off the top of my head. So maybe I'll share that on my page for anyone who's like interested in looking at my plants. I had to stop buying plants. I was like, I have way too many, and some of them are getting too big. That's the thing. I was like, and I want to move to a bigger place because I was like, right now my big plants are outside, and I'm like, I have no room for them to come back in. And I don't want to give them away because I don't trust people to not take care of them. And if I give them away and someone kills them, I'm going to be very upset. I am very like, yes, I feel that way about my plants. Like I've lost friendships over people not taking care of my plants properly. I know it's kind of ridiculous. It seems ridiculous. And I say it out loud, and yes, it can be ridiculous. But you know what? Them's my babies. And I'm like, if you can't do a simple thing as water my plants on time, like what is wrong with you? I know not everybody is a plant person. Some people say they have a brown thumb, but I'm like, come on. You're just going to stare at the plants and watch them droop and not think they need water? So crazy. So I want to mention, since I had a question about cutting my hair short again, and some people will say to me like, wow, your hair grows really fast. But the reality is my hair grows the average of what, half an inch per month. The difference between me and someone who seems like their hair isn't growing is that I am able to retain length. And that's what I try to promote as much as possible, because you can be using all of the hair growth oils. Even if you grew your hair an inch per month, even if you can get your hair to grow twice as fast, if that was even possible, if you have freak genes and your hair grows that fast. But if you're not taking care of your hair, it doesn't matter how fast your hair is growing. you have to take care of your ends. You have to take care of the middle of your hair. So if you're just like keeping your hair in braids for weeks to months and you're not hydrating your hair, if you are not taking your time to wash your hair on a regular basis, and by regular I mean 7 to 10 days, it doesn't matter how much massaging of the scalp that you're doing. You have to care for your hair, and you have to use products that's going to help you to achieve that. Hydrated hair maintains its elasticity. And wait, y'all were gonna let me braid my hair without putting. I didn't even put this in here. Like I'm over here just like talking away, keeping y'all entertained who are watching. Let's try that again. Let's make sure we put that, because it'll last. It'll set if I just use the pudding. It just won't stay as long if I don't apply the curl enhancing styler. And I debated using the styler versus the jelly, and I decided to go with the styler. I don't know. I'm just hoping that it won't be too humid out. So that's that. All right, so let us get in here. And like, I got a trim maybe about a month ago because I wanted to have longer layers because I felt like my hair just looked boring. It was all almost one length. So I got long layers put in, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I feel like, especially when it comes to curly hair, getting the right cut makes a difference. So you want to find a stylist. And I'm lucky. I'm very lucky because I live in New Jersey, and there's New York City is not too far away from me, but there are tons of stylists like within a stone's throw from me that I can go to who know how to care for our hair and who are passionate about our hair. Oh, which reminds me, speaking of, I am planning a a hair half a day wash and go workshop. I'm going to call it. And you can again go to the link in the bio, go into that link pop, and that's going to show you the link. So it's going to be in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I think I'll do 3 here. Do I have enough? Let me count and make sure I have let's make sure we have enough. That's going to dictate how many I do. How many bobos I have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, perfect. So I'll do 6 on each side. So actually, I'm going to do them like this. I'm going to do. No, let's do this way. This way I can know I can do 3 and 3. This feels a little bit thicker, so let's just take a sliver of hair from this side and put it. Now, see, now this side feels thicker. So let's just, okay. Yeah, so be sure if you are interested, it's August 20th. I'm going to try to be a little bit faster with these parts of my hair because I'm already going almost an hour into this. Whew, and I am starving. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, I am pretty hungry right now. Okay, so yeah, if you are interested, we are doing a wash and go pop up over at in Elizabeth, New Jersey. But if you hit the link in the bio, if you're watching from TikTok or Instagram, it's going to be like a really good half day of much needed hair care information. So the first hour will be spent on a presentation, understanding your hair, learning the 4 pillars of hair, how to create a hair care routine that's going to work for you. And then Joe Miguel of Joe Miguel Salon. And if you do not know Joe, you need to. He is one of the top curly hair specialists of New Jersey. He's been on the local news several times. I mean, he's cut my hair and he's cut my niece's hair. He does amazing work, and we share very similar philosophies when it comes to hair care. So that's in Elizabeth. That's going to be August 20th. He's going to demonstrate a curly cut, and then I am going to demonstrate a wash and go. And then you can hang out, network, shop. So it's going to be a really good day from 12 to 4. It's $25 to attend, but you will get, when you purchase a full price ticket, you will get a detangler brush and a tote bag, which has a $20 retail value. And if you are not in New Jersey and you cannot make it in person, we will be live streaming it. So you can also purchase that to live stream it and watch it. And then everyone who attends will get the link to rewatch the videos. So you might be like, oh, what was that thing she said? What was that thing that he did? How did he cut the hair? What did he recommend? Oh, my nail is ripping. So you will get that. We will be live streaming it. Oh my goodness. Usually I do this in front of the TV, like watch like Law and Order or something just to keep me occupied. Oh my goodness. I started washing my hair around 1 o'clock. It is now 3 o'clock. We're an hour in. This is kind of like the other reason why I leave my twists in much longer, because I'm like, this takes... I love twists. I love the way they look, but Lord, they take a long time. And I'm seriously considering like finishing this off camera. What do you guys think? Let me know. Should I continue? Because we're going to be in the hour mark. I think I'm gonna stop soon and finish off camera, and maybe I'll come back on. But you can see what's happening. I got my hair bobos. I got like, wait. Can you hear them click, click, clacking? Oh my God. Yes, go eat lunch. No, seriously, because I'm like dizzy with hunger. I'm like, Scarlett, stay awake, finish your hair. So I think I'm just going to finish this one section here, and then I'm going to go eat lunch. You're right. Like, and the sad thing is I haven't gone food shopping. And I bought fruit last week with the intention of juicing, and I still have not juiced. And I'm like, good Lord, I hope that when I finally get around to juicing them, they're not going to be spoiled. Because I'm like, I have apples, beets, and carrot. I love making juice out of beet, carrot, and apples. And then I bought orange and pineapple. And the pineapple started to go bad because I just let it sit on the counter. And I hate wasting food. And I'm not going to throw it out. So it's like, what am I going to do? What I normally do is I save my scraps until I have a good amount. And then I actually bury them in the backyard. Because if I throw it in the trash, they're just going to end up in a landfill. and it's going to turn into greenhouse emissions. So I'm like, I don't want to waste perfectly good biodegradable, like that's the thing that hurts my heart when I see people throwing their food trash, their food scraps into the garbage, because I'm like, oh, you do know that we should be composting, right? Like municipalities need to make composting compulsory. We need to separate, just like you separate your plastic from your glass and your trash, your recyclables, we should be separating our compostables. Definitely. Because it's such a waste. It becomes food for all of the critters and that live underground. I have like the fattest worms in my garden. Every time I dig it up, I just see these big, fat, and happy worms. Big, fat, happy worms. So I'm not just greenwashing. Like in my everyday life, I try to be as eco-friendly as possible, right? Like you can't avoid it. Like you saw, I threw out the packaging, but I am going to put the paper backing into the paper recyclables. And I'm going to see, I don't know if the plastic is PET1, like it doesn't tell you what kind of plastic it is. So I'm not going to put that in to recycle. But you definitely should recycle where you can. Whew, all right. Okay, after this, I'm going to put this back. After this last piece, I'm going to go make myself a grilled cheese sandwich because that's all I got. It is going to be vegan. It is a vegan. I have vegan cheese. So what I do is I make my own like nacho cheese using cashew, nutritional yeast, and chili lime seasoning. Soak the cashew. You can soak it overnight, and then add nutritional yeast. It gives it like that nutty cheesiness, and then your chili lime, and it makes it taste like nacho, kinda. Not exactly, but kinda. It gives me like Dorito vibes sometimes. And then it becomes a dip. So you can use it as a dip, or you can use it, put it on your, I make kale chips with it. But for my grilled cheese sandwich, because when I used to eat cheese, I loved sharp cheddar, aged cheddar. The sharper, the better, in my opinion. So the vegan cheese on the market, it's definitely not sharp. It's mild. So I will use my faux nacho as put that on the bread, and then the cheddar, the vegan cheddar. And I started using my George Foreman, and I buy sourdough bread because regular bread, I can't eat regular bread, but I can eat sourdough without the gluten bothering me. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna eat. Oh, I'm gonna add some tomato because I have some little tomatoes that I've been growing in a container. I was growing tomatoes indoors. I was growing them hydroponically, and I don't know how it happened because I was growing them on top of my dryer, but I had like a whole infestation of aphids. I guess one of them got in somehow and was like, I like it here. Wait, did I add this? I can't tell. I can't remember if I added. I'm gonna do this over. I can't remember. I feel like I forgot to add the. I forgot. I think I forgot to add the curl enhancing styler. Yes, I did because it's. Or did I? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. It's kind of sad. So that's all right. You can always add a little bit more. Yeah, so I had a whole infestation of aphids. I mean, they were just happy because they were indoors and they didn't have any natural predators. And it was like, it was fine one day. And then one morning, I wake up to find all of this bugs. I feel like maybe their eggs all hatched at the same time. It was crazy. So I ended up bringing it outside, and then the ants were happy because here's a fun fact. Ants, so aphids, they have this like sticky sweet dew that they make. I don't know how, but they make this sticky stuff, and ants will actually harvest. They farm aphids. So similar to how humans will farm animals, ants will farm aphids for their little whatever that sticky sweet honeydew thing that they make. Isn't it like the coolest thing when you look at nature and they do these things? Like I think that's just like so interesting when I read that about ants. So when I brought my tomatoes outside to get in to clean and make sure that there were no aphids, because again I didn't want them to then fly out and discover my house plants in my bedroom. So I brought them outside, cleaned it up, everything, just to make sure there were no more aphids. And the ants once they discovered the aphids were out, oh my god, they were everywhere, all over my tomato plants. Unfortunately, those tomato plants, I tried planting them in soil, but I don't think they're going to make it. Do you do videos on your health, lifestyle, aka cooking, garden, or health foods that you eat? You know, I used to have lifestyle stuff, and um, I stopped. Part of it is because I didn't get a lot of engagement. You know, a lot of people weren't tuning in and watching them, but and it's just a lot of work doing a lot of recordings and then editing. Editing takes the longest part, but I do get a few requests for those, so I probably will start doing them a little bit at a time again. If I get enough requests, I will do more videos on like what I eat and when I cook. Maybe I'll do some of those. Like the other day, I was craving some Korean bulgogi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. But I was like, I don't want to buy it. Like if I buy it, it's gonna cost me $15 to buy it. And once it's maybe I get like 2 sittings out of it because it is a good amount of food. But I decided instead to buy all the ingredients and make it at home. It was delicious. They make a sauce that I used on tofu. And guess what? I ate that. I ate it for every day for like a week. Oh, and it was less than $15 altogether. So maybe I will, because being a plant-based vegan isn't expensive, but it is time consuming. All right, so I am going to go eat. This is just to give you guys, this is what I've done so far. I am loving it. Oh my God, I can't wait till it's all done. I think I might leave this in my hair for a bit, for a few days before I take it out, just so I can walk around and make sounds and stuff. Tomorrow I'm heading over to an ashram by my home. Well, it's an hour drive from me because I was like, you guys, like I need to just, I haven't been connecting with my spiritual self. So I was like, I'm going to go to an ashram and just be for the day. I love that I live within an hour's drive of one. All right. So thank you everybody who were watching, who stuck by. Maybe if you watched from the start to the end or you just tuned in. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go eat. As Litso told me to. You're right. I absolutely need to eat. And I will come back when maybe I'll come back to show you the finished product. All right. Thank you guys. Now I got to end stream everywhere.